Hello guys. Welcome, karibuni sana. Thank you so much kwa wale wenye wamejoin. I'm seeing you guys joining. Thank you so much. Karibuni. Today's class is going to be very fun. And kwa wenye sisi wenye tutatest on your behalf, oh my. Today is all about chocolate. It's all about a Matilda cake. And I'm going to be taking you through how to prepare a Matilda cake and also to tell you what a Matilda cake is, okay? So keep sharing the link. Wale wenye wako YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, keep joining, keep sharing. One more minute. And I am also going to be asking in our next class, what would you want us to do? Next class, I want us to have a very fruity kind of a class, and we are going to pose a question. So as you're saying hi, as you're joining, I would want you to give an answer. So my question today is, do you want it to be berry or passion? Berry, passion, okay? So next class will be fixed on munataka gani, berry or passion. So as you say your hi, as you ask your questions about our bacon top products, about our class, give an answer, and I will be going through the questions. Nitakaa nikiangalia wenye wamesema berry sana, our class is going to be fixated on a berry cake. If it's going to be more of a passion kind of an answer, our class is going to be fixated on a passion fruity kind of a cake. And we are going to learn, we are going to have fun, and it's going to be fantastic. So welcome. So karibuni sana. Welcome very much. And kama kawaida, my name is Montresi, and I am your host today. And we are going to be doing our Bacon Top online class. And thank you for joining. And our class today is about a Matilda cake. All right. So I'm just going to give you a glimpse of how our Matilda cake looks like today. So this is what I'm going to be demonstrating with. We put it aside, then show you the end product. So I'm having two kind of decors for my Matilda cake. Okay. Decor number one, I have done a raggedy ganache on my Matilda cake. Number two, I have done a smooth ganache decor on my Matilda cake. All right. So let's begin. So first of all, I am going to explain to you what is a Matilda cake. And a Matilda cake is more of a chocolate infused cake, and it should also be a chocolate cake. And why the name Matilda cake? It comes from the famous movie clip or movie show that was called Matilda. So there was a boy who was really forced to have a full chocolate cake, and that is where us as bakers or as pastry chefs, we got the chocolate cake or the Matilda cake. All right. So I've mentioned that the Matilda cake is more of a chocolate infused kind of a cake. So you can have your well moist chocolate cake, what I am having here, and mimi ninatumia our eggless bacon top chocolate cake, which is very nice, very tasty, very chocolatey, okay? And what am I going to be decorating with? I am going to be decorating with ganache, okay? So you can either do your Matilda cake with ganache, or you can do your Matilda cake with chocolate frosting, all right? But tumekuwa tukifanya cream for quite some time. You guys know all about cream, our white cream, our chocolate cream. Today, we are gonna do it with ganache, all right? So ganache yangu ni gani? This is my ganache, our bacon top ganache, okay? So it doesn't mean that, oh, since Matilda cake, chocolate cake inakupatianga pressure, unashindwa kupika na kudecorate. Yo, we got you. As bacon top, we have the premix that is going to give you the best cake, very moist and very tasty, very chocolatey. Whether you want it as eggless or you want it with eggs, we got you. Bacon top premixes always give you the best consistency, best texture, best cakes you can ever make, okay? Then we are going to top it with ganache, okay? Our chocolate ganache. Then for the toppings, you don't be really extra. You can just be very classic and very simple. You can either top your Matilda cake with cherries, or you can top your Matilda cake with any fruit of your choice, but usi overdo. Or you can do it with chocolate, okay? So let's begin very quickly. We are just going to do layers of our cake. And remember, Matilda cake lazima ikuwe na layers, okay? Doesn't need to have only one layer. So for me, this is our 1 kg cake, and my 1 kg cake, I am going to get, it's giving me four slices, very nice slices, very moist. So we begin the layering. Right. So as you're handling your food, always remember, you need to be very hygienic. All right. So what I will start with is layering my cake. Alafu tufanya nini? We cover it. So for your cakes, if you want to have sugar syrup, you can also add sugar syrup to give it moisture, and also ikupatie nini? Ikupatie a little bit of taste. So my ganache ukinunua kutoka kwetu, it's not going to be in this consistency. It's going to be a little bit solid. So I had already done my preparations so as not to take much of your time. So I have just warmed a little bit my ganache. What I am looking for is a consistency that I can apply. I don't want a consistency that will run. So hizi hatufanye drips, we are applying our ganache on our cakes. So gently, remember hapa tumesema hatutumii cream. We are only using ganache to make our Matilda cake. So I had already added a little bit of sugar syrup on my cake. Na sugar syrup yenye unaweza tumia kwa chocolate cake ni gani? So for our bakers, commercial bakers, if you want your cake to be very moist, you don't want extra cost, you can just have your water and your sugar, mix them together so that you can have your sugar syrup. If you want to go overboard, what can you do? For your chocolate, you can either have mint syrup to give it that chocolate minty syrup. You can have a vanilla syrup, okay? You can have caramel syrup. You can go all the way. You can literally have fun with your cakes, okay? So always be careful also as you're handling your cake. Kangu kako soft, 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 just the way I like it. So we assemble. Then second layer, you do your ganache also. So I'll be transferring my cake slices on different boards. My big board is just to help me do the layers. Nikimaliza layers, I switch them to my small board, then cover with ganache, okay? So cover all your layers with your ganache. Wenye wanataka kutumia your chocolate cream, it is also recommended. Just cover gently. Make sure every corner of your layer, of your cake layer, is well covered, so that when you're digging in, what you're feeling is more of the chocolate ganache or the chocolate taste. So you can see today our ganache is not running. Iko ile consistency nataka, okay? So for my final layer, wenye tulisema keki ni kama watoto, oh, it is very true. There we go. Well placed. So for this, I will just cover a little bit of my top, but nitarudi niiongeze so that nikikata itakuwa iko firm. So remember, once you're done with your layering, you can always put your cake in the chiller to set, so that ukikata inakatika vizuri. But my cake is moist, my cake is very good, so it will not give me pressure. Fingers crossed. So that is enough, so that I can transfer it to my board. So I clean my board. Okay, I'm having my saw knife, and I will gently cut my cake into 2 halves. So kwa wale wenye wanataka kutumia a full kg cake, it's very simple. Layer your cakes in between ganache or your chocolate frost filled cream, then cover the whole cake with chocolate ganache. So sikuwa nimeweka cream or ganache chini, so that when I am lifting, it's not going to be difficult for me. So cake number 1 and cake number 2. So we put this aside. So now we cover the whole cake with ganache, okay? So we quickly cover. So you can always start with the top, so that as it drops to the sides, utakuwa tu ni kukava vizuri. So since I do not want to cover the sides, I only need to cover my back. Pole pole tu. We are not in a rush. And also we are being very careful not to mess the layers. If you're doing your Matilda cake na haugongwi na harufu ya chocolate, uko nje. Uko nje vibaya sana. My working space is smelling all chocolatey. Very fantastic. So to all our chocolate people, hey, orders ianze kukuja. Bakers, start picking the orders. Na watoto wako home, so why not, eh? Get your orders. And as you get your orders, remember, as Bake and Top, we are here to supply you with the best. All right? So be very gentle to cover. Remember, ganache yako haifai kurun. Unaona ganache yangu consistency yake in a set, but I can also spread it very well. Okay? We've been having our teacher, Richard. He's been showing us how to use ganache. And what we do is we elevate everything that we do. So ganache si lazima tu ikuwe ni a drip, hapana. Inafanya vitu mob. So always make sure it gives you the best. So for my 1 slice, I'm going to do a raggedy kind of a decor. Matilda si lazima ikuwe very smooth. So after doing the decor, you can give it patches. Okay. Let's wipe off the board for excess of the ganache. Remember, after that, lazima bodi yako ikuwe safi. Presentation also matters. Nimeguza deko kidogo. So since my serviette is not really getting it out, I'm going to use my clean kitchen cloth. Very clean. And yes, it's doing it. So at this point, you can set your cake in the chiller. Okay? Ndio ganache yako inafanya nini? Inatulia, si ndio? So we go to our second cake. Kumbuka tulikuwa tumepaka juu peke yake. So now we can even start with the sides. And for this one, I am going to go with a smooth kind of a finish. So I am going to start with my side. Sorry, the back, not the side. Side is guzi. So that by the time I'm finishing, nitai scrape tu hapa juu. And I'm going to show you how to scrape your ganache very well, so that to get that very nice smooth finish. So ninapaka tu pole pole vizuri. And it is giving me a very nice finish. Remember also how you layer your cake matters. So ukilea cake yako na inakaa tu fokodhare, utapata tu keki inakaa venye umelea, right? So we finish with the top. So keep your questions coming. And remember, tulikuwa tumeuliza swali at the beginning. Next week, we are going to do more of a fruity kind of a dessert. So do you want it berry or passion? Give your answers. I'm also going to be picking the answers. So as I'm winding up, nitajua tunaanza na nini na nitakuwa nimewaambia. So, how do you get the smooth finish? I am having my hot water here, okay? So, mi nitaweka ikue tu moto pole pole. But you can also have a container on the side with hot water. So what to do? You dip your palette knife in your hot water, okay? We just need the palette knife a little bit hot. Take it out. Panguza na ile kitambaa yako mzuri ya kitchen, ya keki. Then when your palette knife is a little bit hot, unaguzisha. Pole pole tu. Gives you a very nice finish. Very, very nice, okay? So for my top, go back to my hot water. Pat it a little bit. Juu hatutaki kuweka maji. We just need it hot. Then take out the excess on the top. Again, keep repeating this process mpaka upate a very nice finish and very good edges. Edges kwa keki is everything. So ukiona edge yako haitokei hata kwa cream, this is just a baker's trick, a baker's hack. If you've never tried it, please try. It's gonna save you a lot. Remember, we just want our palette knife to be just hot. Ndio ikipita kanapita vizuri. Okay? So we want it smooth. Kwa wale wenye tunaamini keki lazima ikuwe smooth, doesn't need to be raggedy. Here we are making the edges, and my edges are coming in so nice, so nice. Beautiful. Okay, so for my sides, this is what I so that it can also get a very nice finish. And we are done. Wipe off the excess ganache. So nimeguza kidogo. And since perfection is your second name as a baker, unarudi tu pale pale kusmoothen. And that is the power of hot water when you're doing your decors. So give it a little bit of a touch and you're done, okay? Okay, so we are done with that. We are going to do our finishing sasa. And for the cut, mwana venye nimefanya, take my knife, also dip it in my hot water, kidogo tu, then take off the excess water. My knife is hot, so what to do is you just cut vizuri sana, gives you a very nice cut. Doesn't mess with your ganache or your cream, just gives you a clean cut. Hivo tu. Very nice. Okay? So remember, this is when you're working with your ganache ama cream. Inakupatia a very nice cut, a very nice finish. Turudie tu. Hivo. Ukienda kupresent dessert yako, mpaka customers wako wanakuulizaga kwani wewe udu? Because you're doing a very good job, okay? So, very nice cut. We cut into our previous cake that we did a raggedy kind of a decor. Take in your knife as well. Dip it in your hot water. Remove the excess. It's still hot. Then gently just cut in your cake. Be careful not to dismantle the cake. Wow. I am loving my job. You should also love yours. So it looks nice, looks very nice. Cameraman ameniangalia like what? So looks nice and I am loving it. So now what to do? We plate our, I had already done my plating, so very nice plating. Tukimaliza hapo, we just need to scoop and put it on the plate. So I go back with my palette knife. My hot water is my everything, sahi, so that nisipate nimemess. So I'm just going to do one layer or one slice at a time. So lift and oops. My hot water. Nice. Okay. So tumeweka kwa sahani yetu this way. Your plating can be everything or can be nothing, depending with whom you're serving. If it's at home, well and good. You can do your plating just to practice your skills. You'll never know ni siku gani Mungu atakubariki, unaenda kwa unapata kazi unafanya dessert table peke yako. Back in with my hot water, my second plate. So my slice that is raggedy. Yes, that way. You see? Look at that cut. Hapo ndio tulikata. So this is the outcome of having a very hot knife. Gives you a very nice cut. Okay? My cake is moist. My ganache is also very moist, and it looks very nice. So I would request for some forks so that we can have our visitor akuje aonje, atuambie mbivu au mbichi. But in the meantime, we are going to take in your questions. We can take in your questions. So keep your questions coming. And for my finish, I'm having my chocolate. Okay? So we'll have just a touch of chocolate. And that is enough. If you want to have if you want to do it with your fruits on top, you can as well as go ahead. You can use an apple. And if not an apple, you can use your berries. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, but not the frozen ones. Unatumia zenye ziko very fresh. And remember, when you're using fruits on any type of cake, what do you incorporate? Our glaze, okay? Our neutral glaze. And what does it do? It is an antioxidant, okay? Ukidip matunda yako like what we have done for the already set cakes. On the already set Matilda cakes, you can see we're having our apple slices. We've already dipped in our neutral glaze so that apple yetu, this cake can sit very well and very fresh for up to 3 days because of the fruit. Without the fruit, hizo zenye ziko na chocolate flakes on top, they can sit up to 5 days because our premix can stay very fresh without refrigeration for up to 5 days. Once you refrigerate it, can go up to 7 days. So if you are a commercial baker, if you are looking to bake and take your baking experience to another level, join our Bake and Talk family. You will always have the best and you will never go wrong. So, I am going to call my visitor. Akuje achague kati ya hizi mbili ni gani ataonja. Then we can get to feel how is the cake, what is the texture, and also how is the chocolate ganache slapping kwa keki, all right? So we are going to welcome our lady to come and have a very nice taste for us. Akuje atuambie keki iko aje, keki ni tamu, kama imeslap ama haijaslap. In the meantime, I am going, as she's testing, I am also going to be looking at your questions, if there are any. Ama leo muko comfortable, muko set. So welcome. Welcome to our teammates. Keep your questions coming. Remember nilikuwa nimeuliza swali at the beginning of this session. Tulikuwa tunauliza berry or passion. Berry, passion. Berry, passion. Okay? So I am going to do what you guys are going to recommend. Sawa. So thank you so much. Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Daisy, and today I'm going to be a guest to test whatever we have here.
Yeah. So Daisy, karibu sana. Today we were making a Matilda cake, and I would want you to have a slice, but just a small idea. Our Matilda cake is made from purely Bake and Talk ingredients. The cake is a very nice, very fresh, eggless chocolate cake, courtesy of Bake and Talk premixes. Then the topping, we have decided to go with chocolate ganache. We would also have used chocolate cream, but cream tumefanya sana. We didn't want to be the cream kila siku. So we wanted to go overboard and also show people that our ganache can be used to make different kinds of cakes. You can either have it in a consistency where you can have it as a drip, or a consistency where you can spread it on your cakes. So today it has worked very well for us, has given us a very nice Matilda cake, and I would want you to have the pleasure of testing na uambie our viewers kama iko sawa. Karibu sana. Yes.
Which one do you? I just pick.
Just pick. So as she's testing, please watch us, watch us, watch us. So tell us the consistency of the cake as you have the bite. Is it chocolatey? Remember tumesema a Matilda cake is a chocolate infused cake. Ikoaje?
First of all, the cake is very moist and soft.
Oh, okay.
And then
Uh-huh.
it has that chocolatey taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
For both the cake and the frosting on top.
Yeah, very full of the chocolates. Yeah, chocolate taste.
Okay. Very nice. Asante sana. That is what we wanted. The cake was not chocolatey. If the ganache was not ganaching, then hatungekuwa na Matilda cake. Sindio?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You can always have your Matilda slice to go.
Thank you.
Karibu sana. So guys, it is a wrap on today's class, and I am still asking for questions. No questions? No questions today? Kameramani anauliza slice moja ni pesa ngapi? So yeah, tutamuona kando. But if you want to buy our ganache, you can always find our ganache in all our retail stores, whether you're in Nakuru, Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret, whichever county you are in. We have stock to your nearest stockist, and it retails from 350. Na kabla nikuje inakuwaga nime-verify, nime-certify, na inakuwaga iko smart, okay? So do enjoy, and do hamuja respond, bury your passion, I will pick for you. I am going to choose, and next week we are going to be all fruity. Today was chocolate, next week is gonna be fruity. So keep bake and top, stay tuned. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your week. Asante.